Yeah, this is better. This is 100% better. Now, but I don't know. Principals have told us to get back to Skype and do it. We are having no clue that how to do it in Skype because the board is not visible. You people are talking and nobody can hear me. There is no time to take notes if the board is not visible. So, how many of you actually think that YouTube Live is better than the Skype thing that we tried? Please let me know personally in my WhatsApp or in the group. Let's have a poll in Skype or something that which one is better, YouTube Live and or the group Skype calls. Okay, so now whatever I have taught in the Skype call, I'll just discuss it after I finish this one, and then we will end the class. Okay. See very carefully. We have talked already about on, above, and over. Now we are going to talk about below, beneath, and under. What about below, beneath, and under? Yes, YouTube is good. See. Now I hope all of you can see the board. Okay. Below, beneath, and under. What is below? Below is exact opposite of above. Below is exact opposite of above. For above, what did I say? For example, I have this board just below this board. The surface is wall. The surface remains the same. The surface is the wall for both of them, the whiteboard and this digiboard. Okay, so the surface is same for both the boards. Okay, then we will call that the digiboard is below the whiteboard. The whiteboard is above the digital board. Got it? So when the surface is same for two things, then we call it above or below. Got it? Then we call it, that will be better. So when when we have the same surface for both the things, then we call it either below or above. Got it? Now, then this remains same surface. I'm writing it bigger so that all of you can see. Same surface. Same surface. Got it? This one is different surface and attached to it. Different surface but attached to it. For example, the copy is beneath the board, attached to it and under it, attached to it and under it. Got it? So same surface and different surface but attached. Why different surface? See, the surface for the board is the copy. The surface for the copy is my hand. That is why they are having two different surfaces. The surface for the board is the copy and the surface for the copy is my hand. Both having two different surfaces. Got it? Different surface but attached. That is being beneath. That is being beneath. Got it? What is under? Under is no attachment. Okay, different surface and no attachment. For example, this is a table. This is a table and a cat is sitting under the table. Okay, the surface for the table is the wind over here and the surface for the cat is my hand. So they are having different surfaces and they are not attached to each other. They are not attached to each other. That is why it is under. When the surfaces are different and there is no attachment between the two, then we call it under. When the surfaces are different and we have a space between them or no connection between them, then we call it under. When the different surface, when we have different surface but not attached, then we call it under. Got it? First one was below, which is the same surface, and one below the other, same surface. Got it? Beneath is one under the other but attached, having different surface. And under is different surface but not attached. They are placed one after the other. Got it? These are the differences, major differences between the prepositions below, beneath, and under. Got it? Now coming to the two mostly dealt important prepositions where you make mistakes. They are for and since. The preposition for and the preposition since. Got it? Both are used for a period of time. Both are used for a period of time. Both are used for period of time. This is also period of time. Got it? So, after this similarity, then what is the dissonance or the dissimilarity between for and since? What can be the dissimilarity between for and since? Since always take a perfect tense, and for can be used with all tenses. That is the main difference between for and since. Examples, if you know examples, you write them down. Okay, otherwise you will have to depend on some kind of if you know the examples, or if you can follow me, you can write the examples down. Yes. Okay, so period of time, both of it, and all tenses. Whenever we are calling for can go with all tenses. She was not here for an hour. Example, she was away for 2 days. Period of time, okay, and we are using for, and this is simple past tense. She was away for 2 days. She was away for 2 days. We are using simple past, but we will say she had been away since last week. Again, we are referring to period of time. Last week is a period of time, and we are using perfect tense. And we are using perfect tense. Got it? We are using simple past over here. For can be used with all kind of tenses, but since is always used only with perfect tense. Since always goes with perfect tense. So whenever you are dealing with a passage which has a perfect tense and a for, try to make them to since. And if you have a passage where there is no perfect tense and since has been used, जहां पे perfect tense नहीं दिया गया है फिर भी since use किया गया है, please change that to for, because since always goes only with the perfect tense. Please keep that thing in your mind. If perfect tense has been used, it should be since. And if you find that since has been used with any other tenses, then it must be changed to for. Got it, everybody? So the prepositions that we have, please write it down, all of you. Take your time, write it down. Good. So the prepositions that we have learned today are mainly on in, at, into, inside, above, over, below, beneath, under, for, and since. I hope these few prepositions are a little clear to you now. I hope if you have in any passage any preposition related error relating to on, and, it, into, inside, above, over, below, beneath, under, for, or since, you would be at least able to detect them. Maybe not being able to change them always properly, but at least you should be able to detecting this kind of prepositions, because we have discussed all of their features now. So I think you should be able to discuss their features, or at least detect the mistakes in the error. Okay, so I'll end the class over here, because almost an hour the class is going on now. So I'll end the class here. Tomorrow we don't have any class, but I think we will meet again on Monday. Okay. I will revise it again in the next class, beta. Shivastav, I will revise this again in the next class. I have another class now. Yeah, on YouTube only. Enough, enough.